He's battling an injury right now, so I'm pretty sure he has a lot going on.
Paul, have you spoken to anyone on FC, and have they given you any insight on their turnaround this year, pre-Kiffin, post-Kiffin? Any ideas on why their plan's so much better?
Usually when I talk to my friends that play for SC, we don't really talk about football much. But I've talked to Hayes. I talked to their middle linebacker Hayes. I've talked to their center Marcus Martin. They're excited. I mean, they want him to stay there and continue to be the head guy. So that just speaks volumes in itself.
You mentioned Marquise's injury. How is your ankle coming along?
It's coming along well.
Yeah.
It's strong right now.
It's kind of, I mean, you battled through a pretty tough injury there. We're still able to contribute. Caught a touchdown against UCLA, caught a touchdown against Washington. Talk about how much it impacted your game and how you were able to fight through it and still be able to contribute.
It impacted my game a lot, but I just can't watch. I can't watch. It's hard to watch, and I just feel like if I'm at 60%, 70%, it's going to help regardless. And I know if I'm hurting myself or I'm injuring myself. So I monitor my body. The coaches monitor me, and they pull the plug when they need to.
Breaking the school record, it didn't seem like it had sunk in after the game on Saturday. Is that something that will sink in until after the season, or have you been able to kind of reflect on that a little bit?
The yardage record?
Yeah.
I think it was awesome breaking the single season yardage record. I'm only about 280 away from the career yardage record, so that'd be fun. But I was grateful. I was very grateful. But like I said, it's one of those things that these coaches bring you here for. In Coach McIntyre's case, is one of those things they try to keep you here for. To continually break the records that great players and good players have set before us. So if we continue to do those things, then it'll help us be more successful.
What impresses you most about USC's defense?
How athletic they are. They have guys that play all over the place. Kind of how Oregon has a very athletic defense. SC has a very athletic defense. They're very physical. So I'm looking forward to that.
Paul, what's your leadership on this team like? Are you a vocal leader? Do you lead through example? A little bit of both? How would you describe it?
A little bit of both. I was more, from my freshman year, I kind of had to lead by example. I didn't know how to talk to guys that were 5 years older than me, 4 years older than me. But the past couple of years, I've turned into more of a vocal leader, and I pride myself on being able to lead by example. So I think a little bit of both.
And by fighting through this injury, it's still contributing, I would think, leading by example. I'm sure some of your other teammates have seen how you handled this situation, and they can learn from it as well. But
Oh yeah, even some of them have been vocal about it, and I appreciate them, taking the time to tell me how much they appreciate me playing through the injury. It was just unfortunate a guy got hurt, but to be able to still make some of those explosive plays that gives us energy, I think that it was worth playing.
some people, when they think of USC, they may think of O.J. Simpson, some may think of Reggie Bush. When you think of SC, what do you think of?
I think of their coach, Orderon, who's doing great right now. I think of the players that are there now, Xavier Grimble, Marcus Martin, Marquise Lee, of course. They have a great up-and-coming talent in Aguilar at receiver. Their secondary is great with Josh Shaw and Deion Bailey. So I think of their whole team. They have a strong team, and they have 5 different running backs that touch the ball. And when you have that many weapons, it's tough, man. So I don't think of the past of SC. I think of the guys that I actually know that are playing there now.
Growing up, you were a UCLA fan because your father, correct?
I wasn't a fan of really anything growing up. It was a UCLA family for the most part, but yeah, I was kind of split between UCLA and USC actually coming out of high school. But I mean, I appreciate their rivalry, but USC always had a great program, though.
You guys have been kind of handled pretty easily by the upper echelon of the Pac-12. Why do you think this Saturday will be different?
I think that us winning at home and then following up by another home game, we'll have some momentum. So we'll be feeding off that momentum, and the elements will be to our advantage. So we gotta make the most of those opportunities, and we gotta just be able to offensively. We gotta be able to start finishing drives and putting drives together. We can't kick field goals or put it on our kickers and our special teams to make 50-plus yard field goals. We have to punch the ball in, and that's on us. That's on our playmakers on offense executing.
I saw the forecast might be in the low 20s. You're from Southern California. How much do you think that could affect USC's team? It's not going to snow, probably. It's going to be really cold. Do you think it's going to affect those guys?
I think it's going to affect them a lot, but I think that they're one of those teams that feed off of energy and attitude, so I think they'll be up for the challenge. But, I mean, most of our team is from that play or from areas where it don't get that cold either. So it's going to be tough.
Yeah, but you guys played up here for a couple of years. You're used to it.
Yeah, we don't play but below 20.
Huh?
We don't play below 20.
That's played 20 degree weather, haven't you?
Not to my knowledge.
Really? When was the coldest game you ever played in?
Probably Utah 2 years ago.
Oh, this is going to be either your third or fourth night game. Do you guys like playing at night in the evening?
I'd rather play early just because you don't want to be at the hotel all day. So I'd rather play early, get it out the way. But it's going to be fun. It should be a fun night game. We're going to have a good crowd. It's senior day. A lot to play for. We're in a 2-game little playoff going on right now for ourselves to be able to make ourselves bowl eligible. So it's a lot to play for.
You've seen 2 or 3 senior classes come through here. When you look at this senior class, what do you think its legacy is?
Every week they talk about how much we fight. So I think that's a good legacy to have. I think that they're content with how much we've been fighting, and I appreciate all that our seniors put forth for us. I just wish we could have been more successful early on for these guys.
Paul, have you given any thought what will go into your decision making, whether you will come back for your senior year?
I haven't given it much thought at all. 2 games left can make a bowl game, and then if we get a bowl game, that'd be great. If not, it'd be unfortunate, and then still a lot of school left, man.
Well, you've been a big fan of Cepho since he started. How has he improved over these games?
I think he just grows each week. He's making better decisions each week. He wouldn't have had a turnover this past week if he wouldn't got hit on the arm on that one pass. It would have been a touchdown, actually. I just like his growth and his maturity, and watching him mature has been awesome, and helping him and encouraging him. Like when he comes down on himself about little things like a bad throw or a throw that's off the spot, I'm like, once it leaves your hands, I tell him it's on us to make the play. So him understanding that, and then even making him want to put it in the air more, it leaves opportunities for guys like Nelson to have 140 yards receiving.
What's he like in the huddle?
We don't huddle much. No, I'm just kidding. I think for him to be so young, he's a great leader offensively. Some quarterbacks don't feel comfortable addressing the whole offense. He addresses everyone, from the seniors on the line to the playmakers in the backfield and out at receiver. He doesn't have a problem addressing anyone, and I really appreciate that from him.
Paul, you talked about how special it is for you to play at Folsom Field. Have you thought about at all how this could be your last game here?
I thought about it, but I just every week, whether it's the first game of the season in my freshman year to how I feel now, it's amazing the feeling of playing Folsom Field. Whether we have a small crowd or a big group of guys there, it's always fun. It's always exciting. You get chills before kickoff, and then you just play through the game off all the adrenaline. So I'm looking forward to it again.